35 million Americans are suffering with diabetes today. And the most disturbing part is 1.5 million kids are suffering with diabetes. That's a horrible. These kids who are going to grow and have the health issues for the rest of life. Diabetes is a very controllable disease, but somebody is getting benefited from it, because once you're diabetic, according to the current model, you're diabetic for the rest of your life. And there is a big money to be made in it. Nobody's going to tell you what I'm going to tell you today. This is Dr. Virender Sodhi, first Ayurvedic and Naturopathic physician in USA. Diabetes is catching up all over the world. India has become the #1 diabetic country in the world. Previously, Mexico was the #1 diabetic country in the world. As people are getting socioeconomically rich, they're eating more caloric-rich food and more processed food, more meat in their diet. And the #1 cause of the diabetes, all of those factors together. The disturbing part is that as people become socioeconomically richer, they start to add more meat in their diet. Dr. Campbell, who wrote the China study, has published data on it, that when people were eating meat, the rural Chinese versus Chinese who lived in the villages has an entirely different set of diseases. The people who were villages, they have almost no diseases. People who were living in the cities has lots of diseases because they were eating heavy animal protein. You'll be very surprised to know that the animal fat, 95% diabetics are because of the animal fat. You know why? Because the fat deposits the toxins, all the plastics, all the chemicals, all the pesticide, insecticides get deposited in the fat. And when you consume that animal, you are going to have an insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the cause of this diabetes. Now, what you can do? What is the option for you? How you can help yourself to get rid of this diabetes? And you can. I have done it in so many patients. You can do too. I have seen patients with A1C 16, 15, and 6 to 9 months. Their A1C is 5.3, 5.4. But you have to follow the guidelines. Number 1, look at your diet. What you're putting in. Is the garbage in, garbage out? There's no better equation. Put the garbage in, the garbage out. If you are eating animal protein heavy, this I think I will going to do another on keto diet, which is people are right now doing everybody's a keto. But I want to tell you the pitfalls of keto, okay? So when you're eating heavy processed animal diet, like cured meat, salamis, barbecued meat, which is burnt, broiled, which is also burnt meat, the toxic load to your body increases tremendously, and it puts a lot of damper. It actually blocks your insulin, and the receptors get blocked. The insulin is not sensitive enough to push into your sugar into glycogen, and when you're doing it, you're getting diabetes for free. And a lot of, if you read the literature, they think, oh my God, if you eat animal protein, the proteins from the animal source does not have rise in the sugar. But that's not right. You get later on spike in the blood sugar. And that's one of the worst things that you can do. And there is also another interesting study out of China and Japan. The Chinese and Japanese, they are skinnier than standard Americans, but they have almost same number of patients of diabetes. And this is because of the white rice they consume. So let me give you some tools which you can do to reverse the diabetes. And first I'm going to start with the food. Whole food. Whole food means what? If you're eating wheat, whole grain, not the white flour. If you're eating rice, brown rice. But also eat other grains which has a less sugar release in your system. Barley. Barley is a kind of a amazing thing for diabetes because it has a lot of fiber in it and it does not allow the blood sugar to go up. Nobody, even you will not find that in any medical literature. Nobody's talking about barley. Barley is amazing grain for the diabetes. Buckwheat, quinoa, and we did some on the different color quinoa, the red versus white quinoa has a better results on it. Millets, these grains are good. So incorporate these grains in your diet. Beans are amazing protein rich source, plus they have a lot of good fiber. They cut down your blood sugar, and one of the best beans for diabetes is kala chana. Kala chana, Channa. Kala chana, black chickpeas, you can Google it on Amazon, has amazing properties of bringing your blood sugar down. Similarly, chickpeas, mung bean, whole, a lot of Indians especially, they love to eat hulled beans, like they call mungi dal dhuli, masoor dal red. Those will raise your blood sugar if you don't eat them whole. So make sure that eat the whole bean. Why? The skin is more important because skin has all the fiber in it and has all the phytonutrient and vitamins. When you're using without the skin, your blood sugar will go up. So please make a point that eat the whole dal. Once in a while, yes, fine, but not on a daily basis. I want people to use a lot of beans. Beans are good for diabetes. Keep it in mind. Good for heart, good for the kidneys. Look at the beans, what they look like, kidney. So they are really good for the kidney. These are simple tools which you can do to get rid of your diabetes. Diabetes needs to be controlled because you know why? Because when you have a diabetes, chances of getting heart attack increase 2 to 4-fold. This is the #1 cause of kidney failure in the world. This is the #1 cause of blindness. This is the #1 cause of amputation. So many complications. #1 cause of peripheral neuropathy, where people get needles and pins in the hands and feet. Makes your life horrible, but very easily controllable. Even the research as back as 1870, when people were put on a low caloric diet and high phytonutrient diet, the diabetes reversed. As you can see, it has been here for more than 150 years, but nobody worked on it because it is not making money. If you tell somebody to eat right food, do exercise, do your yoga, do stress reduction, can you make money out of it? No, that is the only reason. Okay, what you can do? So add more vegetables. I've been saying on this channel, a lot of even my patient make a little joke of you. Says, Dr. Sodhi, we're going to turn green. That's the amount of greens you want us to eat. 4 to 5 cups of vegetable. At least one big salad. Cook with vegetables. In my house, my roti looks green because I grind. And one of these days, we will do the cooking video and show you what we can do. I want you to get better. I want you to not get a disease. Because if you get disease, there are less chances of getting better. But once you never have a disease, then you can wear off here and there and enjoy. Second, any vegetable you cook, put some dal in it, or you cook dal, put some vegetable in. Like for example, mung beans. You could put squashes, upo, spinach, mustard. So just do experiment. Don't shy to just experiment. And you'll be surprised that you start liking it. There is a palate change. Of course, we get used to eating a certain way and we like that way. But adding vegetable is the freebie. One broccoli head has 80 calories. Okay. One egg has around 80 calories too. And one egg has 7 grams of protein. And one broccoli head has 10 grams of protein. So a lot of times when people say, where I'm going to get my protein if I only eat vegetable? Hey guys, you have more protein there too. To match around 900 calories of vegetable, you have to eat a bucket full of vegetables. The more vegetables you eat, your tummy will be full, you will have no problem. But start slowly. Start with the 1 cup if you're not used to it. Then add 2 cups next week. Add 3 cups next week. Add 4 cups next week. Add 5 cups next week. Slowly, slowly rev it up. And another remedy for you, ginger powder. It's free. It's available at every home. You can buy it from Amazon. You can buy it from, I think I'm doing advertisement for Amazon, but you can buy from any Indian store. Start using half teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, depending upon your palate. This is an amazing digestive. Has lots of enzymes, has a lot of phytonutrient, which even cure cancer. That's why I put heavy emphasis on ginger. There are few folks who are allergic to it. In those cases, you can use black pepper. There is many options I can give it to you. Eat 2 to 3 fruits. They say, I'm diabetic, I can eat fruit. Yes, by all means, eat fruit. Fruit is good for you. It provides you so much phytonutrient. We have been told wrong. We have been given wrong information. And most of the fruit has a low glycemic. I'm saying most of them. There are fruit which is high glycemic, like grapes and type of stuff. But even if you eat grapes, like a half cup of grapes, not going to be a big problem. Berries, strawberries, blueberries, guavas. Try to look at a fruit and vegetable which is available in that season. We have genes. These fruits, vegetable, nuts, seeds has genes. When we eating according to season, our body is get triggered in a different way. Our genes are talking at the same level of language. We create health. You might have seen, like in animals, like now fall is coming, they have shed off and they start to grow new set of fine hair because the winter is going to come. So they're getting ready for the winter. Similarly, our genes know how to play, when to play. And this was also given to us through the eating our natural food available in that season. Nuts and seeds lower your blood sugar. A lot of time people say, God, Dr. Sodhi, I'm going to eat nuts and seeds, I will gain weight. Wrong information. You lose weight when you eat nuts and seeds. You don't gain weight unless you put sugar, then you gain weight. So raw, unroasted nuts and seeds. You can soak nuts and seeds to activate, especially almonds, walnut, pumpkin seed. When you soak them, they come more yummy. You can also make nut milks. Very easy to do that. Nothing very difficult. Put them in a blender. 1 handful of nuts and seeds. Put some glass of water. Put 1 teaspoon of honey. And maybe keep it overnight. In the morning, come and press the button. This will be wonderful smoothie for you. You can put some greens in it if you want to get your green, one dose of green there. Oils are good for you. There are certain oils which are not good, especially vegetable oil, canola oil. Those are the worst oil for you. The good oils are ghee, coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. Don't fry with them. That's where we go wrong. See, we're not designed by Mother Nature to cook a fried food. When we fry, the food is cooked at more than 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And now you're adding that much heat into it. One thing. Second, you're oxidizing your food. We're not designed. Our liver has a hard time cleaning out the oxidized food. It tastes good, but it's not the best way of doing it. Go for a walk. 45 minutes per day to do weight training. You know, I have my own protein program. I have my own weight program. I do push-ups, I do squats, I do crunches, plank. It takes me 10-15 minutes to do it. I walk almost every day, 45 minutes to 60 minutes per day, and I get wonderfully energized. Get a good quality sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Go to bed by 10 o'clock. Shut off your gadgets. Wake up by 6 o'clock. Do your breathing exercises, pranayam. And there is one breathing exercise. We'll do a video on that, breathing exercises and some yoga for diabetic patients or who are pre-diabetic. So there is a condition which is called pre-diabetic. So you're not diabetic, but you're not having normal sugar. That is called pre-diabetic. And I'm very sad to say that majority of folks above age 40, even I'm seeing in age 30. The other day I saw a patient 33 years old with a diabetes, which is autoimmune diabetes, you know, where the body is being attacked, his insulin production. I will report to you a little later, but I have so many type 2 diabetic, even type 1 diabetic. You know, type 1 diabetic who has come to my clinic, they were on 60 to 70 units of insulin. When we start working with, they were taking only 2 to 3 units of insulin. There's a huge difference, because insulin make you fat. When you fat, you get diabetes. When you get insulin, you get fat. You see, are we helping the process? We are not. So yes, it may be important for some time to take insulin, but if we can do with the diet, if we can do with the exercise, we can do with the modification of a lifestyle, that is the best way. This is Dr. Virender Sodhi, first Ayurvedic and naturopathic physician in USA. Namaste.